Hi, Velammal Nexus students. Myself Saravanamoorthy, RPA enthusiast, and today we are going to discuss robotics process automation. Before get into RPA, let us analyze how the automation got evolved into human beings a regular process. Okay, so let us take a real-time case where 15 to 20 years back we used to go to bank to deposit money or withdraw some monies. So we have to stand in a queue first of all, right? After that there will be lot of ledgers and registers we have to sign, we have to enter ourselves, and then there will be some forms where we have to fill everything, and the process will be very hectic for even the workers who are working in a bank. So everything will be in repetitive process as well. The workers who are working in a bank, they have to repeatedly do all this work, and as a customer we have to do all kind of regular activities. Whenever we want to go to a bank, even to deposit a 10 rupees, it takes all this hectic process and time consuming process. So that is where the automation which plays a major role, and the need of automation has come in place. So let us see how the automation got evolved in humans life and how it is becoming inseparable nowadays in the day-to-day regular process of all the IT industry. To make you a better understanding, let me play a video which will have some animation which you like most, and that will help you to understand why the automation is much more required in our day-to-day life. Please go and watch and come back.
Before we introduce RPA, let's watch this video about the story of work.
This is the story of work. It started a long time ago, on a Monday, which was handy. For as long as history itself, the humans needed to work. They wanted to work, to grow things and create things and build things, to see what they were capable of, to stand at day's end and say, "I did that," which felt pretty good. So they worked more, built more, and created more, and traveled to far-off places. And then someone suggested submitting expense reports for those far-off places. His name was Glenn, and he was a jackass. Anyway, the people kept getting better at work. They built better tools to work more efficiently. They built amazing machines to work faster. They built computers to work smarter. But still they couldn't do enough work. Because during all that work to do more work, they had created work, and not the good kind. Not the let's sit around and come up with ideas kind. Not the I can't wait to get to work so I can jump into a new project kind. The crap kind. The drudge and data and admin and the damned expense reports. So the humans had to work more at work they didn't like. That made them robotic. That didn't inspire. They had to postpone vacations. They had to miss family dinners. They were pissed. And then something happened. Someone had a really amazing idea. They came into work and said, "Stop working and start working." The humans thought she might have had wine at lunch, so she showed them a way to put the fun back into work, to waste less time doing the things they hated, to make more efficient the big tasks, to stop making the humans act like robots and start teaching the robots to learn the humans. Not to replace people, but to free them. Even Glenn. Robots that learn you. Imagine the potential, like starting over, to help us remember again that work only really works when we're happy at it.
Guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and now you got clear idea about how the automation got evolved and the need of automation. Okay, now let us get into our main topic, robotics process automation. We are going to discuss insights on robotics process automation in this video, and it has major 5 topics in it. The first one will be what is RPA, and then the evolution of RPA, then what are the benefits we have in RPA, then applications of RPA, finally what are the 6 steps involved in RPA? Now, let us see what is RPA. RPA is abbreviation of Robotics Process Automation. You all might have seen the robotics in your day-to-day life, or in a video, or in the internet, over the TV. You might have seen many robotics, and which are all hardwares. But here things are different. The robotics is going to be only a software robots. So the entity which will clearly mimic the human action is going to be called as robotics here, right? So whatever the human being is actually able to do, which will be done by robotics automatically, right? So that is called a robotics. Then what is process? Process is a task, okay? Task actually consists of the work which will be maybe a repetitive one, or will have some set of rules. Based on the rules, the process will be done repetitively, either by human being, okay, or by any system. Then what is automation? All these the repetitive process or a task will be done by machines or a kind of robots automatically without the intervention of the human being. So that is the combination of all these 3 are going to be robotics process automation. Okay. So what are the features the RPA has? Number 1, it enables a software to mimic the human action, okay, whatever the job or process done by the human being, which will be actually repeated or done by the robots without the help of human being. Then it operates on any different applications, like no need to worry about the integration of any other applications, like what you have the other softwares from an Excel, or the applications like on PowerPoints, or from a website. If you want to extract any data from a website, okay, how to integrate this website into this system, our process, regular process, or the software which actually provided by the RPA, or how to actually store the data into an Excel automatically, or how to extract the data from an Excel, and all those things will be actually very easy in RPA without any difficulty, without any the restrictions. We can able to integrate RPA with any other applications, because it is working on only the user interface of any applications. No need to get into an API, which is application protocol interface, which will have some criticality and which requires the complete knowledge on the software, whatever you are going to actually integrate with RPA. Then it processes the data in a structured form, okay, since you are actually training the RPA software before you get into the process. In the same way which you have trained, the software will work in a process in a structural manner. So anytime you can get the data without any error. So that is why it is more reliable than any other process. It is easy to implement and powerful to scale. So we can easily implement it in any organizations with any given infrastructure. You no need to change or alter any infrastructure. You can very well implement this RPA with a given infrastructure. You no need to buy any extra things. You no need to alter any other the present existing system, and you can scale it based on your requirement. You can add n number of the software robots, whichever is actually required. So at times you may require only 3 to 4 robots or software bots, but in some few cases you have to add more number of the bots actually required. So infinite number of bots can be added. That is why it is so powerful to scale. Okay, then it works 24/7 without making an error. That is actually impossible by any human being, right? You all know. So it works 24/7 without any making error. So that is the beauty of RPA. Then finally it creates a digital robotic workspace. See, you may need 4 to 5 persons or employees to to complete a given task or given project which is actually done by each and every business. Let us assume. But if you actually implement RPA, you will need only one person who can take care of all this for just for approving end-to-end process, because RPA will take care everything from end to end. Okay, the process will be done from start to the end by RPA without any intervention. Only you need one person at the end to approve the process finally. So that is where the RPA plays a major role, and it actually demands in the market. Then the evolution of RPA. Actually, the RPA is the combination of three major evolution of techniques. One, screen scraping. The second one is workflow automation and management tool, and the third one will be artificial intelligence. Combination of all three together will give you what is RPA. Now, what is screen scraping, which is actually still existing? The technique is still existing. Wherever you have to extract the data, or you have to extract the words, okay, from other applications which is actually readable by any human interventions. So that is what a screen scraping. Okay, from a website you can able to extract the wordings or writings, human writings, whatever is present in the website, you can clearly extract it with the help of this screen scraping. That was the earlier technology, and few are still using this technology, but at times it becomes an illegal if it is used alone, screen scraping alone. Okay. Then workflow automation. Okay, it's actually a kind of CRM, customer relationship management tool, and ERP tool. You might have heard about this, all this. Okay, the customer relation management system will have the details of each and every customer, what are the actually the profile of each customers, and their personal details, everything will be there in the system. You have to enter manually. Each and every detail will be entered manually in the earlier stage, and then it was actually adapted with the help of workflow automation, where the CRM tools played a major role, and it manages in the entire profile details and the personal details of each and every customers in lakhs and lakhs of numbers. So that is also been incorporated with RPA. Then artificial intelligence. In some process you require the human intelligence in order to process the business. So wherever the human intelligence is required, in those process we need artificial intelligence, okay, which will be actually having an intelligence of human being without any intervention or without any approval of a human being. It can able to take a decision what is right, what is wrong, actually based on your requirement of the process. It takes the decisions like how the human being will take the decision. So that is where the artificial intelligence nowadays has become a more demandful technique in the market. And now RPA is actually involving all these three: screen scraping, workflow automation tools, and the artificial intelligence. All these three together now being in one software, which is actually RPA tool. There are plenty of RPA tools are available in the market. I will tell you in the later part of the video. Okay, so this is how the evolution of RPA has come in picture. Now the benefits of RPA. So what are the benefits are actually expected out of RPA? It increased the execution speed, right? Because it's an automated one, because it is done by a robot which was actually trained in such a way it has to be done. So everything is automated. So the software automated robot will do the execution in a faster manner than the actually work done by the human beings. So without any error you can able to get the 24/7 output from an RPA, which is actually the beauty of RPA now. Okay, then it has the another feature or benefit, which is improved accuracy. 99% the accuracy can be given or promised for RPA for any process output. So if you want to do any process with the help of RPA, you can assure that it has 99% accuracy in any kind of given process. So that is also the another benefit or advantage of the RPA, which is actually never produced by any other software tool. Then improved compliance and governance. So you can go for any kind of software robots or RPA bots. There are two major types of bots. One is attended bot, the other one is unattended bot. This attended bot actually will be used only within the premises of any industry or a company, where a person, the manager will be there, or the higher authority manager will be there. Under his supervision, all these software robots, attended robots, will be actually implemented, and each and every time before taking a decision, it will actually ask for a permission from the manager who is actually supervising the entire premises. But when it comes to unattended robots, it is actually more advantageous than attended robots, because which has the IQ ability and artificial intelligence ability, which will help the unattended robots to take a decision without any approval, without waiting for an approval from the manager. It can be actually implemented even in the remote area as well. There is no actually restrictions for unattended robot to be used only within the premises. The unattended robots can be used in remote area as well. So that is the another beauty of this RPA. So this is how we can able to improve the governance and compliance of this particular RPA. Then reduced cost of process automation. So this is what actually much more required by any industry, right? So reducing in cost, that is what actually much more required for any industry to generate a revenue, right, for any business. Instead of going for 5 to 6 human beings to do and repetitive mundane processes, we are going for one human being who is actually required to approve any kind of the final decisions. With the help of only one person, we can go for any process, or by incorporating several number of software RPAs. Instead of going for 5 to 6 person, we can go for only one person, including many software robots, that is RPA bots. We can easily complete the process within the given time or well before the given time. So that is how we can reduce the cost. So by helping the human being in this way, any employee can spend more time on any other productive things rather than spending time on a repetitive task, which is actually done every day, just a hectic process. So instead they can spend their time in a productive way. Fine. Next, it is easier for scaling, because as I said earlier, we can implement n number of bots for based on the process requirement. We can go for n number of bots. Either you can go for 10 or 15 bots in a process, or 5 or 6 bots in a process, or 1 to 2 bots in a process, based on your need and requirement actually demanded by the process business, and you can go for a number of bots. So that is how you can easily scale the RPA to the maximum numbers or to the minimum numbers based on your requirement. Next, what are the applications of RPA? Actually, the RPA is being used in almost all the departments. There is no restrictions for RPA for any department. It can be used in any other available departments, all the departments in the day-to-day life. Let us see how it is being used in healthcare. To register patients, what are the patients are actually entering into an hospital, we can register them and we can maintain the record. That is what the beauty of this RPA. So, we can maintain the records of each and every patient, and whenever it is required by the doctor to verify, to clarify or to refer the records or details of each patient. Whenever they come for the second review or third review, or even after 5 to 6 years, they need to go for the physical records and search for physical records. For that, we need to again deploy one more person. So, it is unnecessary. So, in a healthcare department, RPA plays a major role in this way. Then, when it comes to HR department, where the HR manager is actually busy with recruiting people, with recruiting employees, okay. He has to do all the formalities right from beginning the calling letter to a final putting them into one payroll. They will have lots of the hectic works. So, all these can be done with the help of RPA. So, joining formalities of any new employees can be done by RPA. So, if any employee is going to join today, no need to meet an HR. They can verify what are all the details, what are the formalities to be done, which with the help of software robot, it will be done automatically. Finally, they can actually get the payroll process with the help of HR, and even the payroll process also will be done by RPA. Only for a final acceptance and approval, HR has to appear. So, meanwhile, the HR manager can spend time in some other productive way or human resource, human kind of the assisting employees and the betterment of employee, and HR can work on the betterment of employee by the time. So, RPA will help the HR manager to reduce the work by doing joining formalities of all the new employees and the payroll of any employee, how much actually he has to be given as a salary, what is the payroll, what is the deduction, how much he has to earn for this month, and any additional benefits for each and every employee, everything will be recorded by RPA. So, HR will be having an more free time to spend time in some other productive way. Then, telecom industry. Telecom industry has actually grown up nowadays like anything, right? So, that is actually taking an help of RPA, taking service orders, okay, whatever the service order given by the vendors will be taken by the RPA to manage everything, and then the quality reporting. So, what are the actually the issues are there, and what is the actual quality of each and every service provided to the customers or the public, which will be recorded, which will be reported by RPA in telecom industry. Then the insurance department. In insurance department, how to claim and clear the process, okay, for claiming process, how to clear and process the claiming process, and providing premium information, okay. What is the premium actually enrolled for each and every person, when is the actual renewal date, how much they have to pay for a premium, okay. All these details will be actually given by RPA automatically. There is no need to go for any physical kind of records and verify all this. So, as a customer, as insurance agent, they will receive the details in a faster manner, or in a second they will receive the details of any premium holder with the help of RPA without any error, without any delay. Then retail industry. So in retail industry, maintaining bills and materials, that is very much important. Maintaining the bills of purchase and the material bills, everything will be actually maintained by RPA. How much stock is actually there in the present, how much actually to be purchased for this month or this week. So everything will be actually referred with the help of RPA, because RPA maintains everything 100% without any error. It updates, keep on updating the details of the retail industry by maintaining bills and materials. And then calculating of sales, actually the sales will be calculated by RPA. How much sales actually happened this month or this week or this quarter, so how much to be done in the upcoming months or in the upcoming quarter. So everything will be actually given as a prospect as by the RPA to the retail industries. So then travel and logistics. In travel and logistics, in the earlier days or 5 to 6 years back or even 10 years back, if you go for booking any ticket for any traveling, you have to go there, directly go to the agent, you have to stand in a queue, and then you have to check for the availability and filling up a form, everything to be done, right? But nowadays everything can be done automatically by sitting at home, and you can do it in a faster manner. In a second you can book a ticket to anywhere in the globe. So that is being actually done with the help of RPA. And then maintaining passenger details. After booking a ticket, so we have to maintain the passenger details, right? So who are all going to travel, at what time they are going to travel, by what vehicle they are going to, like which bus or which actually the train or the flight, okay, they are actually going to travel. So everything will be maintained by RPA. Even lakhs and lakhs of passengers can be travel in a day. So the details of each and every passenger will be actually stored by RPA, and it can be taken in a second. It can be taken in a second to refer which passenger is actually traveling in which flight or which train, like etc. All these details. Now, what are the 6 steps involved in RPA? Okay, your RPA is actually in virtual employee, right? RPA will be a virtual employee. Then it is actually having no physical robot, right? That is the feature, that is the more the beautiful thing of RPA, right? It doesn't have any physical robot, it has only a software robot. Then time to market within a few weeks. See, you can develop any product or you can deliver any project, any software project with the help of this RPA. Within few weeks we can get into a market, we can get that into a market, we can bring the product into a market, we can bring the project into a market. So with the help of RPA, it is actually very easy and quick process. It is not a time consuming project, right? Then uses your existing applications. RPA using an existing application, it doesn't require any alteration of infrastructure whichever is available in your organization or in your company. You no need to additionally buy anything or alter anything which will actually give you more cost. So this RPA will be actually able to work or adapt with or integrate with any other infrastructure or any other applications as it is. So that is another beauty thing of your RPA. Then no changes in your existing infrastructure needed. So that is what I was talking about. It can able to work in any other applications because it is going to work in user interface rather than working in application protocol interface. So that is why it is actually able to work or cope up with any other applications, like as I mentioned, Excel, PowerPoint, or websites, any other websites, or even any other applications present in the market, it can able to cope up with it very easily. So that is actually one more great thing about RPA. And then it doesn't require any changes in the infrastructure which is actually present in the industry. So then documents every step consistently. So that is the another great thing of RPA. It does step by step process as it is given in the command by the RPA developer. Whatever the command is actually trained for RPA to do a process, which will do step by step process, and each step will be recorded as a document. So that is what the beauty of RPA. Hope you understand what are the 6 steps of RPA. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you've got clear idea on what is actually RPA, benefits, application, features, and what are the steps involved in RPA. See you in the next video. Thank you.